Welcome to Pro Stitcher Designer Tips and Tricks. Today I am going to share a fun idea, and that is how you can turn clip art into a quilting design. So you notice that I've got my Pro Stitcher Designer open, but to get the clip art you need to open your browser. So I'm going to go to my browser and I'm going to clipartmax.com. Now, don't worry about writing that down or keeping track of it. I'm going to provide that information down below. So at clipartmax.com, you want to type in this search box something that you want to find and digitize. So I've got a grandson that absolutely loves dinosaurs. So I'm going to start typing in Stegosaurus. And here it comes up, Stegosaurus clip art. And then it will bring up all of the different Stegosaurus clip art that they have. Now you might want to sometimes, when you're starting out first, you might want to type in silhouette after that, because if you get a silhouette, and that's what this solid black one is, or this orange one, or green, they don't have as many details as the color pictures. And so if you start out with a silhouette, then that means that you don't have quite so much detail in the picture that maybe you would have to worry about. So let's just click on this black one, and then you get this little pop-up window that it says view the PNG file, which is fine. And then you click download, and then you have to click download again. To me, that's kind of cumbersome, kind of crazy. Now, one of the things that you need to pay attention to is where you are saving the clip art. So inside my downloads folder, I have created a folder called Pro Stitcher Designer, and I am going to call this, I'm just lazy to type out the whole thing, and then I'm clicking save, and it's downloading that clip art to my computer. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Pro Stitcher Designer. Make sure that you're on the Tools tab, and then you want to come over to this Auto-digitizing. It's got the cute little wizard cap with a star on it. So click Auto-digitizing, and then you want to browse to where you saved it. So there's my folder, there's the design, and I'm selecting it, and then I'm saying open, and then you just click on next and next. And because I don't have very many colors, I just have black, and I don't have to worry about other colors, I'm just going to say finish. And there you have the dinosaur that you've downloaded. And to turn it into a design, all you have to do is right click, drop down to convert to, and running stitches. And there you've got a design that you can stitch out. Let's look at it. So let's come up to the preview tab and click stitch out, and then you can watch it as it stitches out the design that you have digitized. Oh, that's kind of slow. Let me have this go really fast. I'm going to go faster. And there's your dinosaur. Okay, let's go back to tools. Now I want to try something else. I want to show you something else. So I'm choosing my select tool, and I'm going to delete this. Now I'm going to go to Auto-digitizing. I've already downloaded something else that I wanted to show. So I've downloaded this Volkswagen. I absolutely love little Volkswagens. My dad bought one for my sister and I when we were in high school, and I loved that little car. Okay, so next and finish. And here you've got your little car. And now I want to right click, drag down to convert to, and over to running stitches. and it's converting it to a design that you can stitch out. I don't want the Volkswagen going that direction, so I'm going to come to modify, and I'm going to say mirror, so it flips everything around so it's facing to the right side. Now I'm going to come to my sidebar, and I'm going to click on the sequence pane, and I'm going to click on the plus sign so that it will show the different parts that I have for this design. So as I click on this one, it shows that I designed the very top. Can you see as I mouse over, it does the body of the Volkswagen, and then the next one, it is the back tire, then the front tire, then the middle of the front tire, and the middle of the back tire. But I want the inside of the back tire to stitch right after it stitches the back tire. So I am going to click on that, left click, I'm going to hold my finger down, and I'm just going to drag it up. And there, it's stitching the back tire, the center of the back tire, the front tire, and the center of the front tire. So then all you'd have to do is just maybe I would group it together and then save it to your computer as a file that you can stitch it out.
Now, if you're like me, you don't like to have to stop and do all that cutting of your thread when you have a jump. So sometimes what I like to do when I create my own designs is to see if I can put it all together so it will just have one stitch out, so that there won't be any separate pieces that I have to stitch out. Because on that Volkswagen, man alive, you've got all those little different parts that you have to stitch, and if you were doing more than one on a quilt, that would take kind of a long time, because you're going to have all the starts and stops, and then you have to cut your thread between the jumps. So I'm going to show you a little something, another way to get your design from a clip art so that it's all one design. So we're going to go to the backdrop tool, and then we're going to drag down to load. And now I'm going to come down here, and I am going to find, I've got another little Volkswagen that I've downloaded, the clip art. So it's the VW Bug Silhouette. I'm clicking on that, and I'm saying open. And so here it is. So one of the things that you can do is, if you look at it and think it through, you could probably find a way where you could draw this so that it would just be one continuous stitch out. And so I'm going to do that, but hold on to your horses, because I'm going to, once I get started, I am going to make this go really fast. So you will need to select the pencil tool. So I'm coming up to the top under tools, and I'm selecting the pencil, and then I am just going to draw around this Volkswagen, and then talk a little bit about how you can change the design points. There. So then you see that I have drawn this Volkswagen silhouette, and I now have a design here. And so you'll notice though, oh, can you see over here, I'm not following the outline of the Volkswagen at all. See, I'm using my mouse instead of a pen or something, and besides, I'm not a very good artist, but I can certainly click and drag my design points. So I'm going to get my design points back up, and I am going to show you. All you have to do is left click on one of the points that you want to change, and then just move it over to the area that you want the design point to be. There, it's gone a little bit closer. Let's see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, And if you want, like I would add a point here and move it so that it can make the design closer to where the outline of the clip art is, and bring this up. And now I'm not going to spend all my time doing it because you'd get bored watching it, but this is just an idea to show you how you can draw it with the pencil and then move the design points to where you want them so that it looks good, and then you can digitize that. I mean, you can convert it to running stitches so that you can have a design that you can stitch out. Now I want to show you what the design looks like completed. So I'm going to delete all of this because I've already saved it. So delete, and then I'm going to go up to backdrop, and as I click on that, I'm going to say delete that. Then I'm going to come over to File and drag down to Open, and I've named it VW Final. So there is my final design for the Volkswagen, and I want to show you just how lovely it stitches out. So I'm going to preview to stitch out and clicking to go. So then it starts, does the wheels, over to the front wheel, and up to the top of the Volkswagen. Now up to the windows, and down, and finishing around the fender. So I hope this helps you to get an idea of some of the fun things that you can do with clip art and how you can get a design and turn it into something that you can stitch out. Thanks so much for watching Pro Stitcher Designer Tips and Tricks.
Auto-digitizing.com